Good day, traders, and welcome to this week's episode of Crypto Vibes with Walt. Today, I'll be covering Bitcoin, Ethereum, and if we have some spare time, I'd probably look at some of the traditional markets, such as gold and S&P, and try to figure out what they're doing and how it can impact the crypto market. So, let's start off with Bitcoin. I have a clean chart over here, and if you remember in the previous stream, I had marked out three key levels on a high time frame for Bitcoin. One of them being this level of weekly demand, then this level of weekly resistance, and then ultimately this level of weekly resistance, which I was anticipating a move into if price had successfully reclaimed this level. So it kind of got rejected really hard from this level, and I had to mold my trading plan accordingly, which you would have seen on the free trial Telegram channel of the trades that I took. So yeah, currently it's kind of selling off really aggressively. And as a swing trader, from a swing trading perspective, what you want to do is look to do business at the extreme ends of the range, right? You do not want to be buying or selling when price is in between, because it could go either way. So you're not really sure which way price is going to go, and you do not have your invalidation level in sight. So if you took a short over here, your invalidation would be what? This level, right? That's not really a very fruitful RR to take a trade. So from a swing trading perspective, if you are a swing trader, look to do business at the extreme ends of the range rather than like in the middle of nowhere. So that's some tip for the new and upcoming traders. Yeah. So on the weekly, Bitcoin has been selling aggressively, and probably it is looking to tap or retest this level again. At least that's what the weekly picture presents. Let me dig into the daily chart to see what's happening over there. Yeah, so on a daily, from a market structure standpoint, not looking too bullish. So yeah, this was your initial low. I had marked this in my previous streams as well. So a high, a low, but now it has formed a lower high and then broken market structure, forming a lower low. So from a market structure standpoint, not looking too good. However, we are at the daily level, level of fresh demand that I had also highlighted in my previous episode. So if you're looking for any spot exposure, this probably is the place that you might want to look at, because in case price breaks this level, then we're going for these lows next, and ultimately these lows around the 29,500 level. So clear level on the daily that you should be eyeing. I was looking for a short on Bitcoin, but it kind of never reached my level. So what I was looking for, we had the weekly level of supply over here, and in the weekly level we had this daily as well as the H12 level of resistance. So this was the consolidation that led to the breakdown of this move, which ultimately tested the weekly support. So this consolidation kind of becomes really important in case price retraced back to it, be it. So this is from a bearish perspective. You can also mark this out from a bullish perspective if price is going higher. So this was the consolidation that led to the breakdown and ultimately retested the weekly level. Yeah, so what I was looking for when price was around this level was, so we had this initial high over here. I was looking for a possible move into this level of resistance, trap all the longs above this level, take out the stops above this level, close back below, and then I would have easily targeted this level of fresh demand over here. However, I did not get this retest, and it happens. So you do not always get the retest of the underside after a breakdown. So the same thing happened over here. We had a level, a high, a level of demand, it broke this level and never gave the retest. So that happens in trading. You won't always get the traditional picture perfect kind of setups. So you have to modify your action plan accordingly, which I did. And that's why I kind of nailed a lot of shorts. So currently the action plan kind of remains the same that I just highlighted a while back. Fresh level of demand on the daily. Looking for a possible bounce from this level. We could get a bounce towards this level or this level, and then it could roll over and do something like this. However, if the selling continues to be aggressive, and this level breaks, then as I just mentioned, we're going for these lows, these lows, these lows, and in the most extreme case, these lows around here. So this is both the bearish and the bullish scenario that I'm watching. Well, I don't really see anything bullish from this price action unless this level is reclaimed. We take out these highs and finds acceptance above this level. That would then indicate that we're probably going a lot higher from here. But right now, from a market structure standpoint, on the daily, this is a bearish market structure, and we could get a retest of this, which I would be looking to short towards this level and then towards this level. So this is the scenario that I'm watching. On Bitcoin, So one thing I forgot to highlight on the weekly was that, again, from a market structure standpoint, since like end of December, we've been in a bearish market structure because this was your initial low, this was your high, a higher high, and then it broke below this level. So a bearish market structure, and this could very well be just a retest of this resistance, and we can do something like this. Just one of the extremely bearish scenarios to look out for. So just a suggestion, don't get into longs at this level anticipating that we could go to all-time highs. This could happen, but in my experience, when the market structure has flipped bearish, it rarely ever goes to new highs in one impulse move. So for right now, you want to be trading within the range. Mark out your higher time frame key levels of support and resistance and trade within that range, buying at support and selling at resistance. At least that's what I've been doing for the last couple of months. Yeah. So we've covered Bitcoin. Let's see if we could identify any setup on the lower time frames. Yeah, so to narrow it down further, I had marked out the daily level of support around this region. To narrow it down, this would be your H4 level of demand. So anticipate a bounce from this level, and if it breaks down, then you know where it's going. I just like mentioned it 1,000 times already. So yep, not a lot to work with right now. That's Bitcoin covered from a higher time frame and lower time frame perspective. Yeah, let's look at Ethereum. So same stuff on Ethereum as well. Kind of very similar to Bitcoin. Your low, your high, higher high, broken market structure, and a lower low being formed. So bearish market structure on the weekly as well. And on Ethereum, we kind of got that retest of the weekly resistance that we did not get on Bitcoin. So Ethereum's been fairly clean, and on a weekly time frame, I think we probably are going to test this level of support around here if the selling continues and the levels on the daily kind of breaks. Why? Because firstly, we have this massive imbalance at this level, which is kind of a low resistance or a low liquidity zone for market makers to move price easily. So high probability that we kind of retest these lows, take out the stops below this low, and then see a bounce higher. But on the weekly, not looking too hot right now. The only level of support that I can identify is below this low, around around $2,000. So that's the weekly on Ethereum. On the daily, we have this consolidation that led to the to this move higher, breaking market structure. So ideally, if price is going to bounce from any level, it has to be this, similar to Bitcoin, bearish market structure. So yeah, if there's any reversal which is to be formed on Ethereum and the price is to be going higher, then this level is the critical level or the important level that you should watch, which comes in at around 24 to 25,000. So same stuff on Ethereum as Bitcoin, and not a lot to work with. Let's look at some of the lower time frames. Yep, it wasn't a very strong trend, so not a lot of levels to work with on the lower time frames. So I will be watching this level, on the higher time frame, which is the daily. So yeah, I'll be watching this level, and if this breaks, then these lows are next on Ethereum, which will be around 21,000. Yeah. So this is Ethereum, and I think we are around 13 minutes now. So I'd be going through the traditional markets in the midweek video. So watch out for that, and thank you everybody for watching. Please like and subscribe, and I'll talk to you soon. Cheers.